Good evening, fans. Welcome to the LB Gym here in Fredericton. I'm Bill Gibson. Thanks for joining on ACAA TV and Tommy's TV. ACAA basketball action here. Women up first, men next. It is the Tommies hosting the UKC Blue Devils. Tommies come into this one 6-6. That's a game behind 7-6 UKC. UKC right now sits in fourth. Out in front of the conference, Holland was 11-3 coming into the day. They lost to Mount Allison. That win brings Mount Allison to a 10-3 tie with Mount St. Vincent University in second place, or maybe atop the conference, depending on how those percentages work out with the 11-4 Hurricanes. MSVU playing at Crandall. That score not posted. Crandall, the score is almost always slow to get up there for some reason. So pending that result, Mount Allison is tied with Mount St. Vincent, but in reality, it won't be a tie. Mount St. Vincent will either be 10-4 or 11-3 and alone in front after today. STU, as mentioned, 6-6 in fifth. UMBSJ 2-12. Crandall 1-13 or 1-14. Again, pending that score with Mount St. Vincent. Last game out for these two teams, the Tommies at UMBSJ on Sunday the 26th, they won. That's 59-51. It was a 2-point game after three. Strew was +7 on the free throw line, +12 on rebounds. Katie Vedito, 16.6 boards. Charlie Connors, 14.7 boards. Kate Griffin responded with 11 points, 9 rebounds for SJ. Ava Sprague played all 40 minutes with 9 points for SJ. An oddity in the ACAA to have someone play 40 minutes. UKC lost Friday the 24th, 80-37 versus MSVU. I'll tell you about that after we pick up the starters. 7 is Alex Soiko. 8 is Sydney Flora Kirch. 12 is Aiden McLeod. 14, Areka Keg. And 15 is Lauren Ford. Scratches for the Blue Devils. Lindsay Black, who's out with a knee injury, and Natasha Langell. Starters for the Tommies, Kylie Roy out of St. John. Number 7 is Katie Vedito out of Charlottetown and Charlottetown Rural. Number 9 is Alyssa Jeffrey out of the Dairytown, Sussex, New Brunswick. 13, Paige LeBlanc. And 21, Charlie Connors. Scratch today for the Tommies is Ella DeLorme. It's in the lineup versus SJ. Oh, here's the anthem. Our officials for this one: Joel Everett, Chantel Rochon, and Dan Wilton. They are the three charged with making sure all goes according to Hoyle here for this one. It'll be the veteran Wilton who will do the toss for the jump ball. Vedito and Ford will work the tip. Tip Vedito, controlled by Roy, over for LeBlanc. Roy, Connors, Jeffrey. The one getting a touch here. And there's all the way over to Vedito. There's all five Tommies. At least a little piece of the ball. That one's out off Vedito. We played 15 seconds. Ball for UKC. Defending champions are UKC. Big changes, though. Changes in the coaching staff, style of play, roster. Different team. Of course, when you win a championship, it often is the next year. Very different in the ACAA. Really tough to keep it rolling for multiple years. When you're young and good, your players end up going to other levels. When you're veteran and good and win, they end up graduating, just the way it works. Late shot clock situation, good defense, STU. That is the STU's trademark. STU scores it at 57.9 points per game. That's fifth in the conference. They defend at 58.2. That's fourth in the conference. A little negative differential there. UKC scores at 61.6 and gives it up at 62.2. So you think in this one, if somebody gets to 60, that might be your winning score. That's the number I'm looking for. Game might even be in the mid-50s in this one. We played a little over a minute, no score yet. Soiko blocked out of bounds, but off of Soiko. Finished telling you about that game. UKC Friday the 24th lost at Mount St. Vincent. The Mystics were rolling 80-37. Shot 41% versus only 18 for UKC. Rebounds were 57-28. Riley McDonald, 15 points, 5 rebounds. Nora Quinlan, 7 points, 2 boards. Amanda Piercy started a massive weekend. Piercy had that last weekend, 19 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists. And Celine Sturkle, 15 points, 7 rebounds for the Mount. Mount, as mentioned, in Moncton earlier today. The score was posted. I'd tell you about it. I'll keep looking for it as this one goes on. And head-to-head, these teams, they've met at UKC. It was the STU winning 66-52 on November 17th. Third quarter, decisive 17-2 Tommies. Connors had 13 points, 10 boards. Regan Kerr, 9 points. Rekha Kaig, 10 points and 13 rebounds. And Nora Quinlan, 13 points. In play for Ford. Up top for Akaig. Akaig, first team All-Star in my view right now at the conference level. She's atop so many, or in the top 5 of so many of the league statistics. Be tough to deny. Nice pass from Roy to Vedito. First 2 points of the game for the Tommies and the Charlottetown Rural product. Soiko for Ford. There's a Kaig. She's very athletic, guarded by Jeffrey. Rises up, miss, rebound for Roy, and Roy sends that one out the back of the end zone, too far for Visito. Sub in Riley McDonald out of Timberley, Nova Scotia, in C.P. Allen High School. Checks in. 2-0 Tommies early going. There's McDonald outside for Flora Kirch. Lauren Ford drains it from about 17 or 18 feet. 2-2. Paige LeBlanc, Charlie Connors. Connors backs into the paint, weaves, wobbles, and that's up off the glass. Too strong. There is a Kaig, tries. They're running away from the rim, throw it back over the shoulder shot. Connors again jukes and jives in the low post, outside LeBlanc. Paige LeBlanc drains a 3. She hit that at an outstanding clip last season. hasn't been as efficient a scorer this year for STU, so the Tommies are happy to see that one drop through from LeBlanc, and there's the answer from Riley McDonald, who shoots it at about a 25 clip from beyond the arc. 5-5, a keg. Taken away by Vidito. You'd watch this one turn into a scoring fest now that I've said first to 60 wins. We have a foul on a keg as Roy will go to the line. Subs in, Gutierrez for Kings, and for the Tommies, I see Bartley and Hanson. Brianna Bartley out of Woodstock, Michaela Hanson out of Fredericton High. They check in, wearing number 5 is Bartley, and 14 is Hanson. Roy, the miss on the line. Jeffrey fights for it, down on the floor. And covering it up is Aiden McLeod. Jump ball, another sub for Stu, Claudia Steves. In for Kylie Roy. Steves is out of Newfoundland. Shout out if you're watching from the Rock. Steves from Holy Heart High School in St. John's. Vidito will go to the line, another foul on UKC. And this one goes on Aiden McLeod. Vidito makes from the line. Vidito, 9.8 points, 5 rebounds a game, along with 2 assists. McDonald for the keg, tough catch taken away, Hanson. Bartley for Jeffrey. Vidito attacks the glass. This is going to be a foul again on Aiden McLeod. That's going to be 2 on McLeod. More subs in. It's going to be Quinlan and Van Beek. But we're going to have a timeout taken by Coach Chris Holland. .5:38 to play first quarter. 7-5 in favor of the host Tommies. Tommies break the huddle, so does UKC. Vidito on the line. Katie Vidito with a make on the first. And the second as well for Vidito. Good start for Vidito. She had the first 2 points. Been to the line a couple times here. Ahead for McDonald. Van Beek, pass for Soiko. McDonald, Van Beek. Back for Gutierrez. Rebound Bartley. The Tommies are going to bring it defensively. There's no question about that any game out. They're going to have to fight and scratch for every point you get against STU every game. Lay in for Hansen. 11-5 Tommies. Ahead picked off by Steves. Steves gets by McDonald and scores two more. 13-5 STU. Riley McDonald tries a three. That's off the paraphernalia. Up top it dropped through but won't count. That's out of bounds. LeBlanc and Roy back in for STU. That's Roy. Corner for Hansen. Back for Roy. Steves and Bartley. Tommies ring it around the outside. Jump ball. Possession Kings. Interesting press break there with everyone, I'll say, in the backcourt. Usually you have one somewhat long. ACAA tries the long shot. Soiko crashes, but it's Roy out of the pack with it. Dribble coast to coast inside Hansen. Extra pass, Steves. Rebound, Bartley. Bartley back up. That bounces off. Out of bounds off of Van Beek. Hansen, LeBlanc beyond the arc. Paige LeBlanc, 2 for 2. Great sign for STU. Soiko, Van Beek tries a shot, makes a shot. Great confidence look there for the 6'1" forward out of St. John High School, Van Beek. There's a three for Hansen. The Tommies are rolling. 19-7 STU. ACAA. Soiko into trouble, back outside. Van Beek. Soiko from about 13 feet. Drains two. 19-7. 19-9, pardon me. Into the post, Steves. He just turns square, shoots. That's a good shot. Doesn't drop. ACAA collects a rebound. Double team. Steves gets another turnover. Inside for Roy. Easy lay-in. That doesn't go off glass, though. Sorry, Kylie. Said that was easy. Way too soon. 4 to shoot. Spinner. Steves. Back rim. Steves rebound. Outside Hansen. 10 to shoot again for the Tommies. Hansen, Roy. Now 5 to shoot, Roy. Charging to the basket, is going to get a foul on, looks like Lily Van Beek. It is Van Beek. 3 Tommies back in. It is Vidito, Jeffrey, and Connors. Quinlan and Lauren Ford in for UKC. Should mention Nora's sister Kathleen cleared to play again in lineup tonight for the Tommies. Connors rebound off glass, too strong, cracks it again. Tries the dribble drive, throws it up the other way, front rim that time. Connors crashing. LeBlanc crashes. Another foul. This is on Soiko. And we're into bonus. Offensive rebound's an issue for UKC. Sends Paige LeBlanc to the line. LeBlanc this season, 4.1 points. She's better than that already. She's got 2 threes here today, 3.5 rebounds, an assist and a half. And is a 71% shooter from the stripe. LeBlanc knocks down the second. Soiko for Quinlan, back for Soiko. Nice pass ahead, McDonald. It doesn't go, foul Vedito. Riley McDonald to the line. The rookie out of Timberley, Nova Scotia. 6 points, 4.2 rebounds, 2.2 assists. 74% free throw shooter. Makes it a 20-10 game in favor of STU. STU can put up 20 points a quarter. Look out, because they play tough defense. Jeffrey fouled, and that's going to be on Riley McDonald. That'll send Alyssa Jeffrey to the line. Jeffrey out of Sussex, the Dairytown, as mentioned off the top. Spent the last couple days, Thursday and Friday, in the Dairytown for the Dairytown Classic. I think I had 4 games on Thursday, 7 yesterday. Saw it through the semifinals. Wished I could have been able to stick around, but duty back here called. Had a couple volleyball matches earlier today, and a busy weekend of STU sports here in Sports for Everyone is weekend. Shout out for everyone at the Dairytown Classic. The invite came from Alyssa's grandfather, Gail, to go down again this year to do some announcing. And Alyssa gave Gail permission to miss this one in order to be at the DTC to see that one through. Gail doesn't miss too many games here. Sure, he'll be here tomorrow. Thanks again to everyone at the Dairytown Classic. It was an absolute blast down there again for a couple days. Had fun, treated extremely well. And big shout out to those working the hospitality room. Second to none. Outstanding efforts. Outstanding effort there from Charlie Connors as Connors sinks 2. The other way, that one rolls off the rim for Riley McDonald. Got to see 10 of the 12 teams in the Dairytown Classic. Got to see a lot of the next generation of talent here in the ACAA. In fact, there's a signing announced from the Rosse team on the women's side. Alyssa Bryce, just after they won their semifinal last night, committed to Mount St. Vincent University. "17 seconds left in the quarter, 23-10 STU. Connors dribbles in deep, shot up. No good, chance for a late score here for Quinlan if she can get one off. Gonna have to get it up in a hurry. She does, she beats the buzzer. Didn't think when she caught that there was any chance of Nora Quinlan getting a buzzer beater off, but she got all the way to the rim and scored. 23-12 after the first is the score. I'll fire up the Into the Future machine, otherwise known as the new cell phone. See if I can get some stats going for this one. Oh, I'm still on volleyball. Hold on, give me a second. Haven't quite got there to reset yet. Here we go, women's basketball. ACAA.ca, just follow me along here. Sports, women's basketball, schedule and results. Scroll way down until you get to the STU UKC. And here we can see the team comparison. Tommies, 7 of 20, 35%. UKC 5 of 16. 31.3%. Stu, though, 3 of 7 beyond the arc. UKC 1 of 5. Stu also 6 of 10 from the line, 1 of 2 for UKC. Turnovers are close, 4-3, one more for Kings. Tommy's out rebounding Kings, 14-6, big margin there. Including 7 on the offensive side. That's more rebounds UKC has total. Assists close, blocks close. Tommy's 3 steals, bench points 8-7 actually favor UKC. Individual stats, your leaders for Kings, Riley McDonald. For Soiko 2, Van Beek 2, Ford 2, Quinlan 2. For the Tommies, Paige LeBlanc has 7. 2 of 3 from three-point land, 1 of 2 from the line. Also has 2 boards. Katie Vedito 6, Michaela Hansen 5, Claudia Steves and Charlie Connors 2 each. Rebounds are led by Roy and Bartley, each with 3. Roy 2 assists already in the early going. Vedito picked up a foul for UKC. Aiden McLeod with 2 fouls are Keg, Van Beek, Soiko, and McDonald 1 each. UKC ball here as we start. And while I'm on there, the Crandall score still is not yet posted online from earlier. That does happen. I will let you know. Otherwise, we'll pick that up overnight and update you tomorrow because these teams are back on the court tomorrow. Jeffrey, Vedito, Roy, LeBlanc, and Hansen for the Tommies. Entry pass for Hansen taken away by Akag. Akag finds Quinlan. Back for Ford into the corner for Soiko and Riley McDonald up top there. I've named all the Kings players on the court too. Vedito rips the rebound away. Vedito attacks and scores 2 points. Good jump stop right in front of the half moon there in the key. Jeffrey says, yeah, that was a foul on me. I know it. Worked around for McDonald. Beat the shot clock but got no rim. Rebound for LeBlanc. LeBlanc looking confident here in this one. Around for Vedito, for Hansen. 14 on the shot clock. Hansen goes to work. Kicks for LeBlanc, who blows a tire on the way to the rim but finds Michaela Hansen for 2 points. 27-12 Tommies. Aiden McLeod set to check back in. 2 fouls in all. There's a Keg who gets on the board with a runner. Off glass for 2 points. Roy kicks for Hansen, short. Ford collects a carom off for Soiko and McDonald. McDonald on the run out. Good defense by Kylie Roy. Disrupt that shot. There's Jeffrey for Hansen. Up top for Roy. I like this Tommy's lineup. Hansen, LeBlanc. LeBlanc scores again. Paige LeBlanc. Offensively orientated in this one. LeBlanc with a knockaway into the hands of Hansen for Jeffrey. Hansen back around for Roy, who sends the triple up in the air off back rim. Rebound Quinlan, but we're going to have a foul on Roy. Kylie was fighting with Nora Quinlan for the rebound. Checking in, Steves and Bartley. Gutierrez, Van Beek, and McLeod in for UKC. .6:57 to go here in the second. McKeag wheels, deals, from beyond the arc is good. 29-17. As Oreka Keg comes alive here in quarter two. Hansen tries again, too long into the hands of Van Beek. Off for Soiko. Soiko, a little strong for a Keg, but she's athletic enough to get there. Aiden McLeod has a shooter on the other side. That's going to be, a travel. Good call by the official. Charlie Connors in for Michaela Hansen. And Kylie Roy in for Alyssa Jeffrey. Steves inbounds for Hansen. Hansen works against Soiko. Turns up court for Roy. Low post, Bartley. Powers in against a Keg. Nice looking shot for Brianna Bartley. Off the heel of the rim ahead for Gutierrez. Gutierrez tries a three. That's right of the rim and into the hands of the Tommies front court. Roy settles thing up. Waits for Tommies to run a play here. Connors might have got away with a walk. Roy drives and rips away the rebound from Van Beek. Back out for Steves. 10 to shoot. LeBlanc can't save it. Back court. Subs in for UKC, Sydney Flora Kirch. Out of hardboard Collegiate. Checks in. McLeod on the drive is going to draw a foul on the Tommies. I think that I heard 13 there. Shouted out. It is on LeBlanc. Benito up off the bench. Aiden McLeod with a make. Third year at a Horton High School. McLeod, 4.5 points. Just about 4 boards a game. 5 of 8 from the line coming into today. 1 of 2 there. Make it 6 of 10. That's 60%. Even I can do that math on a Saturday night. Bartley. Oh, walk first. I thought we were going to have a foul call there. Benito in for LeBlanc. Gutierrez gets into the paint, tries to put one up, met by several Tommies defenders. Roy gets by Flora Kurtz, but sets it back up for Benito on the drive. Kick, Connors. Bartley three-pointer. Front rim, rebound. Gutierrez for Soiko. Van Beek. One-hand runner, Flora Kirch. Benito controls. Dribbles, pushes forward for Connors, who tees up a triple. That one just rims out for CC. Soiko falls out of bounds with the ball. 29-18, it's timeout. Tommies, I believe. Yes. Busy weekend of STU Sports here in Sport is for Everyone weekend. I think the FHS Unified team's playing here at halftime of this game. Always fun to watch that group on the court. Tommy women's hockey, they played last night against UNB and won. Women's volleyball won this afternoon in an exciting 4-set match against Holland. Men's volleyball took 5 sets, but they won against Holland. Women's hockey goes at 7 at the Grant Harvey. Men's basketball here at 8. Tomorrow it is men's volleyball at noon, women's basketball at 2, and men's basketball at 4. Time this weekend is up. All have done 3 volleyball, 4 basketball here at the LB gym. Add that to the 11 games at the Dairytown Classic over the last couple days. And you'll probably guess that by the end of tomorrow, my voice will be a little bit deeper. I can already feel it just a little bit. Here's the STU women up 11 as they look to keep the win streak alive for Tommy teams on this Sport is for Everyone weekend. Collecting books, children's books here during the basketball games. There was a bake sale for Special Olympics in the volleyball match. Pride night at the hockey game last night, alumni night for the hockey team tonight up there. Lots happening here at STU Athletics. Claudia Steves to the line. Steves at a Holy Heart High, if I haven't already mentioned that. Several Holy Hearters in this game. 5'8" guard. It's about 4 points a game, 2 rebounds for Steves in her rookie season. 50% shooter from the line, Flora Kirch. Too strong that time. Roy tripped up, I think, by Gutierrez. No, it's Aiden McLeod, and that's 3 on McLeod. Soiko back in. McLeod's going to have to take a seat here. 3:44 to go in the first half. Roy for Vedito. Roy on the drive. Foul called here somewhere. Mr. Everett says the foul on Riley McDonald, and that I think will be 2 on McDonald. 3 on McDonald. That's 2 Blue Devils with 3 fouls. We're at a 12-point game here, 30-18. Inbounded for Vedito for a long 2. Boy, I tell you, if you're coming down here for the men's game, throw a couple bucks in your pocket. That popcorn smells mighty good right about now. Connors gets to the bucket, a little kiss off the window for 2 points. Foul goes on Bartley. It's a foul on the floor, checking in for UKC. Number 9 is Renee Thibault. Thibault out of Bedford, Nova Scotia. About a point and 2 rebounds a game for Thibault. In for Stu, LeBlanc, and Jeffrey. Gutierrez tries baseline on Connors. Oh, that was a nice pass inside for Flora Kirch. Can't get the scoop shot off the window to go down. Gutierrez called on a foul. First on Gutierrez, fourth on the team. Both teams at 4. This quarter, 2:29 to go in the first half. Fast-moving game. Benito for Jeffrey. Steves tries a triple, too long. Rebound Van Beek. Soiko retrieves in the corner. LeBlanc works Soiko. They get it over just in time. Jeffrey on Gutierrez. Van Beek out. Good way to prevent a roll. Jeffrey, a little hug there for Van Beek. Not called. Van Beek tried to roll off the screen to the rim. Keg will check in, 1:58 to go. Another foul on the Tommies. Their 5th. And it goes on LeBlanc. LeBlanc's 2nd. Soiko to the line. Alex Soiko, 5th year out of Carleton Comprehensive High. Prince Albert, Saskatchewan. 7 points, 2.5 rebounds, 3 assists a game, and a 61% shooter from the line is the veteran Soiko. Soiko a make on the 2nd. Real star of this UKC team is Eureka Keg. 5th in points, 2nd in rebounds, 2nd in steals, 4th in assists by per game average. So with all the categories you can cover, that's a first team all-star type line. And if the team was in the top couple, potential MVP type line. UGC MVP from teams in the first or second position in the standings. Lots of player movement here. Reset for the Tommies, Vidito, Bartley, Roy, Jeffrey, and Hansen. For UKC, Quinlan hands off to a Keg. They're joined by Thibaut Ford, who's on the drive there and can't get the shot to go, and Soiko. A Keg from outside. Back rim. Rebound knocked in the hands of Quinlan, who can shoot it from deep. That one's off the heel for Roy. Soiko had a hand in. Good pressure from UKC. Rene Thibaut commits the double dribble. Timeout, Tommies. (34-19). 15-point Tommy edge. A little bit of foul trouble for Kings. Stats are posted now from the MSU Crandall game. It was 81-43 for MSU is the score. Leading the way for MSVU. Amanda Piercy, 21, continues a hot streak. Thought she might have been ACAA Athlete of the Week on the female side this week after the weekend that she had. Sturkle with 16 and return to the hometown for Crandall. It was Lauren Lilly with 11 leading the way. So updated stats in this one. MSVU 11-4. 11-3, pardon me. That puts them alone in front. Mount Allison 10-3, Holland 11-4. See how that shakes out in terms of who's second and third, but they're your top couple teams. Crandall at 1-14 at the bottom. St. John 2-12, Stu 6-6, and UKC 7-6. Could see a tie here in the middle of the standings between UKC and STU. STU is able to continue on with the lead they have here through another half of play. Ford tied up by Roy. You know, when you come in here, you got to fight for every point against the Tommy women. Play outstanding defense. And if they can put up 18, 20 points a quarter, they have here in this one, it's going to be super tough. Jump ball, this is possession in favor of the Tommies. Crackerjack crew on the scores table got the manual possession arrow working. Light bulbs never burn out of that one. Bartley tries from deep, 10 seconds left here in the first half. Good pressure from Stu ahead for Ford. And a keg with 5 seconds left. Now 4, a keg beyond the arc, that one short. We're going to go to the halftime, 38-19 Stu. Put 15 minutes on the board, come on back. For the second half, I'll give you the stats a little bit before we start. Come back just a little bit early. Get yourself a drink. Hot cup of coffee, cup of tea, something on the cooler side. Whatever you like. Here on your Saturday night and a few snacks, come on back. Second half, 14 and a half minutes away. Hi fans, welcome back for the second half here at the LB Gym, ACAA women's basketball. Tommy's 36, King's College 19. 23-12 first quarter for STU, 13-7 second quarter for the Tommies. Tommy's 36 points, 13 of 36, that's 36%. 3 of 13 beyond the arc, 7 of 12 from the line. UKC, 7 of 30, 23%, 2 of 12, 17. And 3 of 6 from the line. Turnovers, UKC 8, Tommy's 7. Tommy's 7 points off those turnovers versus 3. Big rebound margin, Tommy's plus 11, 26-15. Including 8 on the offensive boards. Bench points favor STU now. 12-8. 10 fouls on UKC, 6 on the Tommies. Individual stats. UKC, ACAA has 5 points on 2 of 9 shooting, 4 rebounds. Riley McDonald 4, Alex Soiko 3. Van Beek, Ford, Quinlan 2 points each, and Aiden McLeod 1. Foul trouble, Riley McDonald 3, Aiden McLeod 3. No one else with more than 1. Leading in rebounds, Soiko 4, assists. McDonald 1, Soiko 1. Ford 1, and Flora Kirsch 1. For the Tommies, it's Katie Vedito with 10 points, 3 of 4 from the field, 4 of 4 from the line, and 5 boards as well. Paige LeBlanc, 9 points. Kayla Hansen, 7. Charlie Connors, 4. Claudia Steves, 3. Anna Bartley, 2. And Alyssa Jeffrey, 1. In terms of rebounds, it's Kylie Roy with 7. Bartley and Vedito, 5 each. Assists, 2 for Roy, 2 for LeBlanc. Fouls, LeBlanc has 2, everyone else 1 or less. That'll do it for your stats, just in time for half number 2. I think I planned that or something. UKC ball to start the second half. It is Soiko inbounding Flora Kirch, ACAA, Ford, and Aiden McLeod. Tommies deflect. Look for a steal there. Soiko on the step through, back up top. Flora Kirch, that one rims out. Ford attacks the glass, but it's Roy collecting the carom. Roy with LeBlanc, Connors, Jeffrey, and Vedito. Your quintet of Tommies. Haven't seen the Tommy Cat here. He was here in the volleyball matches. Or she, I'm not sure. Well, I guess it's a Tomcat. It's got to be a he. Am I saying he or she for a Tomcat? And named Tommy. Checking in, Riley McDonald. Great halftime display by the FHS Unified Basketball Group. What fun they are to watch on the court. Just joy. That's what sport's supposed to be here on Sport for Everyone weekend. Aiden McLeod run out, blocked by Vedito. The eraser sharp on that pencil as Katie Vedito sends that one out of bounds. Can an eraser even be sharp? Who knows? Block anyway for Katie Vedito. We're just having fun. Been a long day already. There's ACAA putting up a shot. Back rim, rebound, Ford rips it away. Out for ACAA. And this is going to be trickling out of bounds off of ACAA. Coach Chris Allen says, how did the ball get down on the floor? Got to be knocked away by STU. Roy, good use of the body. Peck the ball. LeBlanc for Jeffrey. 10 to shoot. Vedito well beyond the arc. Is nothing but nylon. Mesh caught up here at this end. You don't see that very often in this gym. That mash up like that. Timeout UKC. Chris Holland a little agitated at the officials. And turning a little bit of that fire to his own team, trying to get them fired up. Let's see if that fiery timeout fires up the Blue Devils. They're down 19-9, 12-point game. McLeod on the knockaway, picked up by LeBlanc, ahead for Vedito. Down low for Jeffrey. Shot out of the corner. Roy, that bounced off the rim, knocked the mesh down. It was tipped up. McLeod with the tip to the front court, but it's over to the Stu Tommies. LeBlanc ahead for Connors. The fake doesn't fool a keg, and she says, I've got an eraser in my pocket too. Sends that one out the end line. LeBlanc on the reverse, going to be called for the steps. Great defense by Riley McDonald that time, expected that. Switch back by LeBlanc. Resulted in the travel. Out of bounds, right into the hands of the official, Chantal Rochon, and we're set. Put us in play. Was an attempted entry for a keg. Deflected away. This time it's Ford on the catch against Roy. Lauren Ford for Aiden McLeod. Pass to the corner. Extra pass. McDonald for three. Good ball movement that time, UKC. They'll take that look, I think. Foul on a keg, that's going to be two. First team foul this quarter, 7:05 to play, 41-19 still. Ahead, Vedito, Flora Kirch, out off of Flora Kirch. LeBlanc back for Vedito, pulls the trigger, front rim. Ahead for McDonald. Jeffrey gets up to block that pass. And knocked away by Connors. Brianna Bartley off the bench for Stu, as is Claudia Steves. Chris Holland will counter with Alex Soiko. Coming out is Sydney Flora Kirch. A keg from 18 feet, a little too strong. Rebound. Kylie Roy. Oh, a keg nearly had the steal for the breakaway. Instead, it's an offensive board for the Tommies. Connors against a keg. And Connors can't get the fork off the table to get it stuck in that ball. Dribbles it out of bounds. Soiko for Ford. Outside McLeod on the drive. That's a strong drive. McDonald got to be careful with those 3 fouls. LeBlanc ahead for Bartley. Tough catch. And Lauren Ford with the foul from behind. That's a great catch by Brianna Bartley. Bartley to the line. We've been stuck at 41-19 for a long time here this quarter. Jump ball. Quinlan and Gutierrez in. McDonald and McLeod out. Nice look for Bartley, but Bartley can't put the squeeze on that one. A keg, fancy dribble. Back for a keg beyond the arc. That one looks good, it is good. 41-22. I think I might have been doing math wrong there and telling it was a 12-point game. It was a 29-point game. No, that wasn't right. It's now a 22-point game. Whatever I was saying, I was wrong anyway. I think I was saying 12 when it was 22. Now it's 22 again. Here we go. That's Bartley on the score. Timeout. Once again, UKC. It's her second this quarter. Not sure what you say in a timeout at this point. If you're Coach Holland, you're through 2.5 quarters and you've put 22 points on the board. Tommy's defense certainly play hard. Tough go offensively last time out as well, losing 80-37 to MSVU. A lot in learning here for this club. This is the kind of, hey, you guys got to figure this out. You got to bring the effort type of huddle. And if they're Tommies, you have to like your recent success. One on the road at Holland. And the Facts do 5-2 away from home, 1-4 here at home. UKC 4-2 on the road, 3-4 at home. So both of these teams better on the road than at home in terms of records thus far. Quinlan tries a 3, rebound Bartley. There is Regan Kerr, who's checked in for the Tommies, wearing number 8. 6 to shoot, Steves. For Hanson, 2 to shoot. Hanson's got to get one up. Hit rim, she did. Bartley collects the board. Out for Kerr, around for Steves. 8 to shoot, Steves. Off the backboard, a keg. Relatively quiet game, scoring-wise thus far for a keg. By a keg standards at the very least. Quinlan into the post for Ford. 6 to shoot, a keg puts one up, and that one is through. Arecca Keg. Knocks one down. Five to shoot, the Tommies work it to Kerr. Not a bad attempt that late in the shot clock. Bartley on the glass. Fights for it with Quinlan for another attempt. Out of bounds off of Brianna Bartley. You gotta love that hustle if you're Coach Connors, or you're getting out of these minutes from Brianna Bartley in the last few. That's a takeaway by Marley Olton, who's in for the Tommies. Coach Connors deeper into his bench here than he's been all game, with Olton and Kerr into the game. In for Ford, guarded by Kerr. Off for a keg, 2 to shoot. Ford's got to get one up in a hurry. Was a nice move, just a little late for Lauren Ford. Bartley, high post catch for Kerr. Kerr, spot up 3. Front rim, another rebound for Stu. Working around Olton. Looking for Kerr in the post, foul on Soiko as Kerr went down. Five fresh Blue Devils. Dan McKenzie, he's Breck set to check in. For Stu, in for Michaela Hansen. Big minutes here for the bench of the Tommies. And why not? Five to shoot. There's Steves, puts one up. Another rebound for Bartley. Six to shoot. Steves tries again. That one doesn't go down. Rebound for Lily Van Beek. Tommies get the turnover for Olton, though. Bartley again back for Steves. 10 on the shot clock. Been at this end for a long time. Olton for Kerr, 2 to shoot. Kerr's got to launch one. No rim, good defense that time by UKC. And Renee Thibault on the last end of that. Got a foul on the Tommies. I think this is Olton. Nope, it's on Bartley. One of the Woodstock Thunder connections at the very least. Speaking of good basketball towns in New Brunswick, Sussex, Woodstock, among those. So St. Stephen in that mix. .102 to go in the third. Certainly hasn't been one to write home about if the UKC Blue Devils this quarter. Now 59 seconds to go. That'll send Aiden McLeod to the line. So the 10-5 quarter for STU. After a 13-7 quarter in quarter number 2. Put up a couple single-digit quarters in this league. Tough to beat anybody. Eight to shoot. Bartley on the drive. Bartley met by Riley McDonald. That's going to be 4 on number 4. It'll send Brianna Bartley to the line. Individual stats, Vedito leads with 13, LeBlanc 9, Hansen 7. For UKC, it's a Keg with 10 and 5 rebounds. Still time to get close to the averages there for a Keg. Bartley makes a second sub in for STU. For Bartley is Hansen. Bartley, 3.5 points, 3.5 boards, 60% free throw shooter. Gives one more for the Tommies there with that free throw make. Shot out of the corner, missed by Thibault. Giesbrecht, tough time with the ball, into the hands of Kerr. Time violation, that's good hustle by UKC. A little something to build off there in terms of the pressure. Off glass, rebound put up and in by Sydney Flora-Kirch. We're going to end the quarter 47-26. Stats will be updated here, so that quarter finishes 11-7 in favor of STU. So back-to-back 7-pointers for Kings against the stingy Tommy defense. Their per game allowed will come down a bit after this one if this continues into the fourth. Team stats. Tommy's 47 points on 17 of 52 shooting. 5 of 21 beyond the arc, 8 of 16 from the line. That's 24 and 50% respectively. UKC 26 points, 10 of 43, 23%, 3 of 18 for 17%, 3 of 8 for 37.5% from the line. 15 turnovers versus 11. Rebounds, the Tommies plus 12, still 37-25. Assists, 8-5 for STU. Blocks, 3-2 for UKC. Bench points, STU 18-8. Points in the paint, STU 20-6. You get the picture going through the stats that it's STU, and it's 47-26 on the board. ACAA 10 points, 5 boards. Riley McDonald 4 points and 4 fouls. Soiko 3 points. Flora Kirch, Lily Van Beek, Lauren Ford, Nora Quinlan 2 each. Rebounds, Lauren Ford 6. Assists, nobody's got a crooked number, a few with 1. And foul trouble, Aiden McLeod 3, Riley McDonald 2. Nobody else with more than 2. Tommy's side, it is Vedito with 13 points, 5 rebounds leading the way. Leading rebounder is Kylie Roy with 10. Bartley has 8. LeBlanc 9 points, Michaela Hansen 7. In terms of assists, Roy, Connors, LeBlanc 2 each. And foul trouble, nobody has more than 2 for STU, and that's Bartley and LeBlanc. Back in action here for quarter 4. A keg for Quinlan, Ford. Gutierrez is out there with Soiko as well, and for Gutierrez, off glass, 2 points, nice offensive rebound, Lauren Ford. This quarter, if you're UKC, you're looking for something to build on going in tomorrow, something that's going to work. Something you can pull some positives out of because you're right back here at 2 against these Tommies. If you're STU, it's just keep the momentum rolling here. For STU, Vedito, Connors, Roy, Jeffrey, and LeBlanc. Vedito from deep, that's a triple. Long look ahead for Vedito. Toes well into the tulips that time for Katie Vedito. Oh, you knew that was coming. I was saving it for the fourth quarter. Vedito out of bounds that time. Soiko tries the spin move. That rims out. LeBlanc ahead for Roy. Oh, that looked like decent defense from Lauren Ford, but called a foul as Roy took a tumble. Second foul on Ford, first this quarter for Kings. Jeffrey short, rebound Gutierrez. Kings on a push with Quinlan. Quinlan, three-pointer. Off the mark. Vedito fouls Soiko. Minder up next. Same two schools, men's squad, 8 o'clock. Scheduled start. I'd say we're on time for that. 7:22 right now in this one. Amazing. Volleyball actually ran a little bit late, so good job getting this one back on time. Connors off glass, lead pass from Kylie Roy. Another foul on Vedito. Six to shoot, and we've got a walk. Holland walks the length of the floor there with the official having a little discussion about that call. He's looking for a foul. It's kind of obscured by the railing and the backboard here from my view, so didn't get a real good look at that one. Be a foul on Ford. It's going to send Charlie Connors to the line. Connors, fourth in the league in free throw percentage at 75 plus. Alyssa Jeffrey, second at 79. Among the Tommies who shoot it at a pretty good clip. Tommies overall first in the league at 68%. You play scrappy and tough like Stu does, and you have to, work your way to every point you can. Being a good free throw shooting team helps for sure. That time a block on Roy Akeg. Uses the athleticism. Men's game coming up next after this one will be the final of 4 court sports actions here at the LB Gym today. 3 more tomorrow. Ford, little determination there to the rim. Sometimes get the sense that of Lauren Ford did that a little bit more, just got determined that Ford be a double-digit scorer every night out here in the ACAA. This looks like the tools are there. Claudia Steves, a triple. I said the first team to 60 is going to get it, and the Tommies are 3 points away. 57-30 here against UKC. Foul, I think, goes on LeBlanc there. Yes, 13. Looked like Claudia Steves took a little shot there. She's working it out. Looks okay. Inside, there's Ford on the finish. Timeout Tommies. Coach Connors says, hey, these are my starters I've got out here for the most part. What's going on? It looks like UKC found a little something here. He said, let's talk about it. Let's think a little bit about focus. Of course, we're building towards the ACAA championships at UNBSJ, February 28th to March 2nd, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. If my calendar knowledge is at all any good. And following that, right across the parking lot here at the sparkling Curry Center, if you're listening, you're going to want to be in town for this one. CCA Women's Nationals hosted by Stu, March 12th to 15th. That's a Wednesday to Saturday, the 12th to the 15th. Number 1 in the country right now is Algonquin. We might see them here. Of course, lots of playoffs. The only thing we know is the host Tommies. They will be there. One more team from the ACAA can earn their way. And boy, what a fight this is going to be to the finish. Holland 11-4. MSVU 11-3. Mount Allison 10-3. Atop the conference after today. All 3 of those teams ranked. The Mount 8th, Mount A 10, Holland 15. Tommies were ranked last week. And they won twice and then dropped out. They won twice at SJ. And then dropped out of the rankings. Kind of says, I was kind of surprised to see them based on those 3 teams at the top and what their record were at the time. And the Tommies did not have a winning record, despite a win at Holland College. So it's a bit of a shock to see even the Tommies in as they were, and they seem to get straightened back out this week with the teams that you would expect from the conference in the rankings. Jeffrey on the rebound. And the rankings mean nothing when you get to nationals. Nationals and where you're seated there is all on how your conference finished last year. And last year's representative of the ACAA were these Kings Blue Devils. Some of the players are on the court here, in fact. We're at nationals. Ford, Akeg, Soiko. All members of that championship team. And this is a team that really, really misses Lindsey Black. Injured at Mount A in the first half. And a collision with the rookie out of Moncton, I believe Fillmore is who that was with. Riley McDonald tries a three. Flora Kirch on the rebound, put back, and scores 2 points. UKC with some full court pressure. I like this from Coach Holland saying, hey, look, we're not going to pull back just because we're down a whole bunch. We need to figure out how to play against these guys. There's a Keg with the steal. A Keg crashes the glass and picks up the foul. Nice make for a Keg. And a second one for a Keg. She has to be approaching her season average by this point. Which a Keg from a points perspective. 14, you got to be pretty up there. I think she had 10 coming in for this quarter. There's a Keg on the takeaway for Riley McDonald inside. Ford kick outside Flora Kirch. Good looking ball movement. You'll take the shot, I think. A Keg turns and puts up a long two. She wasn't at her season average before. I'm almost certain she is now. I will check stats on the old telephone. A Keg showing at 14 right now. That is the season average, 6 rebounds and an assist for a Keg. So the assist number down a little bit from the average. There is Lauren Ford. Ford spins to the right. A bit more room there. Ford had it went left, but draws a foul, goes to line. Can't fault that move. Lauren Ford, aggressive on the defense that time. Steves Bartley, 3 to shoot. Blocking foul on a Keg. Quarter slowed up a little bit. I said we are lots of time for an 8 o'clock start. It's already 25-2. 8. Last few minutes of play have taken some time here. And we're going to be in the bonus and walk the other way, so we're going to take even more time. Not that time matters, just trying to keep everybody updated on start times. Flora Kirch. Really impressed with Flora Kirch here in the Ken Gould to start the season. That was a pretty good rookie campaign. 6.6 rebounds a game. That's pretty good numbers. Particularly in a listed as a 5'10 shooting guard with 6 rebounds a game. Bartley. Steve's curve. Oh, there's a keg. Out of nowhere to send that one into the front row. Bartley, Giesbrecht, Steves. Two shots, Lauren Ford, there's the aggression. Fourth quarter, I'd say, has been the best one for Ford in terms of assertiveness. What you want to see out of Lauren Ford. 5'11" out of Millwood High. Millwood men were among the teams at the Derrytown Classic. Lost to cross-city rival CP Allen Cheetahs in the semifinals last night. 1 possession, 1 point game. Offensive foul on Olton with the wraparound of the arm. Gutierrez checks in. A keg with the catch. Nice look inside for Lauren Ford. There's Olton against Ford, back outside. 2:35 to play. 59-43. And that's going to be a foul on Ford. Inbounded for Kerr. There's Steves, off glass, rebound Giesbrecht. Nowhere to go, 3 in the key. Long pass ahead for a keg. A keg for Ford. Ford, nice dish inside Soiko. And that was Claudia Steves on the defensive play. Off for Olton. Olton almost used that off arm again to wrap around the defender. Olton front rim on a triple. 1:53 to go. Out of bounds, over to Kings. And there we are, right at that magic 60 mark that I talked about, 59-43. The team gets to 60. I said they would win, the Tommies. 1 point shy of that. And a better quarter here from UKC. There's a nice take from McDonald. You can build a little momentum here in this fourth quarter. Carry that into tomorrow. It's a little too late here for this one. They're now down 14. And good minutes here for the Tommies bench. Playing against some of the starters, at least for UKC. Bartley on the score. 1:22 to play. It's a keg. Keg wheels, deals, pulls up, bank shot for 2. Never know, UKC could come in here tomorrow, and after this fourth quarter, that rim could look great big. Could be like kicking a soccer ball in the ocean tomorrow for UKC. They could just fill it up. What you have to think about, UKC said, hey, we know how to score here now for this fourth quarter we've had. Gigan Kerr, no rim. That's going to be a violation. Not Kerr's fault. He had to jack that one up with time expiring. UKC Tommy man up next, final minute of play. I'll give you the stats as we finish this one out. 40 seconds remaining. There's another foul. Foul. In a 14-point game. A keg to the line. Give a keg now 17 points with that make. 6 rebounds, 2 assists. This is going to stay. UKC ball. Lauren Ford's going to finish with 10 and 7. A lot of that coming in the fourth quarter for Ford on the point side. There's Ford with another attempt inside. Nice pass. And finished by Riley McDonald. Riley McDonald up to 8 points. So this is a game that's going to finish on a box score closer than what it was most of the way through. 12-point game right now as the Tommies operate in the front court. It's a 23-14 quarter for UKC here in the fourth, after the Tommies won the first 3 quarters. So UKC, their opportunity to score here. A keg with time expiring beyond the arc. That doesn't go, and that'll do it. UKC 23-14 in the fourth. Final stats, UKC 19 of 60, 3 of 20, and 8 of 18. Field goals, 3-point, and free throws respectively. The Tommies 22 of 63, that's 35%, 7 of 27. That's a big difference. 10 of 18 from the line for STU. Plus 12 on the boards for the Tommies. Bench points plus 9 for STU. Points in the paint plus 8. Individual stats, your leader's a keg. Shows at 16, I'm pretty sure she's got 17. She had 14, the banker, and then the free throw online. So 16 and 6, 10 and 7 for Lauren Ford. Riley McDonald with 8 for the Tommies. Katie Venito finishes with a game-high 18 and 5 rebounds. Paige LeBlanc, 9. Charlie Connors, 8. Brianna Bartley, 7. Michaela Hansen, 7. Katie Venito picks up the Tim Hortons player of the game for the Tommy side. I believe it was a Rekka Keg for UKC. 20 minutes on the board. Come on back. For everyone here at St. Thomas, thanks for watching the women's game. Back in 20 with the men's action. Same 2 schools.